everyone, and welcome back to Hold Fast Moto. Today I wanted to do a review 3 months in basically to having the LA Choppers hammerhead bars. These are the 12-inch hammerhead bars by LA Choppers. They're in the gloss black finish. Like I said, it's been about 3 months I've had these bars from switching them out from the stock Harleys. And we're gonna basically just go over what we think. I was definitely in second gear on that take it off. In front of the street sweeper. So to start off, in general, I like them. I definitely think they are an upgrade over the stock Harley bars, just from your hand positioning alone. The Harley stock bars, you kind of are down here almost. It's almost like a wheelbarrow kind of a thing. It's not uncomfortable. It doesn't necessarily affect your steering, but you definitely just don't feel optimal in that position. Like, you feel like there's more comfort that can be out there that you're just waiting for, and you just haven't found it yet. So different from any of the cruisers that I had, this is the most upright position and more, I guess you could say, sporty position for bars that I've had. And overall comfort, they are comfortable. I've been on a couple trips now that we've done at least like 200 to 300 miles in a day, and I've had no problems with them. Shoulders don't get tired, arms are comfortable. Oh, there's a bump. Man, I forget about those manholes, they kind of dip on you. Hello. Anyways, they felt comfortable for the long ride. A lot of things that people ask me about for these bars is how is the visibility of your gauges? Can you see everything? Is it blocking my view of everything? So to give my specs again, I am about 6'1". For me, with these 12-inch bars, I can see everything. There's nothing that's obstructed. With this chin mount for the GoPro, it might seem like some things are blocked, but they're not. I can clearly see my fuel to my left, my voltage on the right, my dash for the screen, I can see everything. Obviously your odometer, speedometer, your RPMs, I can see all of that. The only thing that's a little restrictive is touching the screen, but I can still touch the screen just fine. Either going over the top of it or through it. It's a little bit thin through here, but I can still do it. So let's see, fist through. Let's not make that into a sexual thing there, but I can fit a full fist through here, so I can definitely touch the bars and stuff, or not the bars, the screen, without having any issues. Obviously you only can go kind of through the bars or over the bars, but you can still touch it just fine and do anything you need to do if you really want to do the touchscreen instead of using your toggles on the throttle here. I do say that the bars feel more responsive just because you're a little bit higher up and it's a little bit more like pushing into it. It seems like it wants to dip more into turns and controlling things like that. Instead of kind of like a slow roll into a turn, when you do your counter steering and you push in, it kind of wants to fall into it a little bit more. Not excessively. It's not like you push on a little bit and you're going diving down in. It's more responsive, I would say. Now these are just like regular handlebars. It's not like a normal T-bar setup, so you're still using the same bracket that you were for your stock bars to bolt these down. There is a teeny bit of play, and I mean like very, very minimally, but that's just because it's not hard mounted and you're still having a higher bar with the stock bar setup. So it's a little different. Like if I push, there's just a teeny bit of give. Just like there's going to be when you have any kind of higher bar that's I don't know. I don't even know what the name would be for it, but with the bar hardware, the mount, whatever, the clamp, bar clamp. Again, I am not technical with all the mechanical and part stuff for these bikes, so it's obviously making itself known here. Now for these bars, it uses the same hardware for the Harley bars, so you don't have to buy any new kits or equipment. It's just gonna mount in like you would with the other bars, except you're at a higher rate. Dear goodness gracious, what are we doing up here, people? And that was one of the things that I liked about this setup, is I'm using the exact same stock stuff on my Harley for these bars. I didn't have to go and buy anything, I didn't have to cut anything. It's the exact same equipment that came with the stock Harley stuff. So it made it a lot easier in installing. It's just you take the bars off, you put the new ones in with all the stuff internally wired, and you're ready to rock and roll. It does come with these little clamps because if you know the stock Harleys, they kind of extend out to here almost, and there's like a little like nub on the inside of the clamp that keeps it from kind of moving around. So you lose that aspect of like knowing that your gauges aren't going to kind of move, but if you tighten it down with these that it provides, you really don't have any kind of issues. And I haven't had any issues with it since I've had the bars. And with the Road Glide, my hands get a little bit of wind because it is just slightly on the outside of the fairing. Not much. If you really wanted to give your hands like complete wind protection, you could get the, I can't remember who makes them. Is it Memphis Shades that makes the hand guards? And then you would be completely out of the wind. But riding position, I feel comfortable, relaxed. They're not super high on my shoulders. I'm still having my arms go down at a slight angle to reach these bars with my height. The gloss black finish is held up nicely. I haven't had any kind of scraping or parts chipping off since I've had the bars. Overall, I highly recommend them. It's pretty affordable compared to getting like a full T-bar setup where you're having to, you know, like clip everything into a new triple tree and hard mount them. So the affordability is a plus for these bars. And again, these are all my opinions. Take it with a grain of salt. Try the bars out, see people that have the same bars as these. Like when you're looking for handlebars, you want to try different things to see what actually fits you right and what doesn't. So you might like the idea of something, then you get on it and you're like, oh, this is not what I was looking for. But these are kind of exactly what I was hoping they would be. They're comfortable. Shoulders are not strained. I get a little bit more responsiveness. I've had a very positive experience with these bars. So the only hard part, like I said in the first video, if you guys didn't see that, you guys can, I'll link it in the afterplay of this somehow. Getting the wiring inside the bars is the most difficult part. Once you have that done, everything's easy peasy, but the internally wiring of the bars was a full-on workout for sure. But now that they're on, it's fun. And like always, if you guys have any questions about the bars, just reach out and comment down below. I will go and I will respond. I'll let you know what I think and my thoughts and opinions. But just to summarize everything, one, it's nice using everything stock Harley without having to get any extended wires or any replacements parts. You get to use a stock wiring setup and you get to use the normal bar mount. Everything is just the stock stuff. The only thing you might need to get is new grips, because if you have the rubber ones and you cut them off of the stock bars, then you're gonna have to get new ones. If you don't cut them off and you are able to kind of lubricate them off and take them off, you can use them again. I would recommend just getting new grips. It's just a little bit simpler. You don't have to worry about it as much. Number 2, I can see everything perfectly. Again, the chin mount of the GoPro makes it seem like some things might be blocked, but with my height and my view, I can quite literally see everything. I haven't had a problem with visibility for any of my instruments and gauges on these bars whatsoever. 3, quality of the bars have been really good. I haven't had any problems with chipping or anything coming apart or cracking or anything like that. Comfort's been good. I have nothing to complain about there. So yeah, those are kind of the main things I thought you guys would want to know after riding a couple of thousand miles and having these for a couple months now. So I've enjoyed them and I've liked them. I'm still playing with the idea of if I'm gonna pull the bars back a little bit towards me. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And again, that's just kind of the part of with bars, you know, playing with the fitment, playing with how much further forward, how much further back, what feels good. Oh, that was another thing. People had asked if it was going to run into the Clockworks shield if they have a longer one. So I think mine's like a Pro Touring one. I don't remember how tall it is, but there is a point if you move the bars too far forward where the mirrors will rub or hit the fairing, the Clockworks windscreen, not the fairing, because when you turn fully and lock the bars out, this little part right here on the mirrors, it'll hit the corner like right here or so. So you gotta, when you're putting the bars on, make sure you test it out first and see where your full lock is, if you're gonna rub your mirrors or not. I just moved them a teensy bit back and I have had no problems. Wow. I've had no problems. I haven't had any problems with it since I did that. I can turn full lock and I don't have any issues, so. Well, that's interesting. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys right now. Again, if you guys have any questions, pop them down below. I'll go through and I'll answer them if there's anything kind of more specific that wasn't touched on in this video. But so far, about 3 months in or so, I'm liking the bars. And we'll keep it at that. So thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you guys on the next episode. And like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys for following and tuning in. It's been super fun, and we'll keep it coming. All right, thank y'all. Bye.